Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Welcome cross watchers for Taurus. And if you're new to the channel, really happy to have you here. Happy Friday. I usually like to let you know what's going on in the cosmos. There's really not a lot of movement of the planets at this moment. Things are kind of quiet for the rest of the month. We are in Libra season now, so there's that. And all three of our personal planets, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, have changed signs. So in case you didn't get that memo, Mercury moved into Libra, Venus moved into Virgo, and Mars moved into Scorpio. And those are decidedly different energies. We feel them more than the outer planets because they impact us on a daily basis. So just thought I'd let you know that. If you have questions about it, put it in the comments. The only other thing I'll let you know is there's a new feature on YouTube. It's called Hype, and its icon is a little shooting star. And the Hype feature kind of helps a channel when you hype a video. It helps that video get higher in the algorithm. Like it kind of triggers the algorithm to show the video to more people. It is working. It is making a huge difference, and it might seem like a little thing. It is not. It is a big thing. I am seeing amazing results. So I want to thank those of you who already did know about it and have been using it and telling me I hyped, thank you so much. And if that's all new to you, some of you may not have it yet. It's being rolled out slowly, so don't fret. The way you find it is if you're watching this video, say, and you like the reading and you go to click the thumbs up button, that's when it would pop up. So if you have it, it would pop up then. I believe it only works on like a cell phone, not a laptop. So it's definitely a mobile feature. So when that little box pops up, you press Hype and you'll see there's a tally because they've gamified it. There's a leaderboard, etc. I'm not competing with other people, but the Hype still works. So I just thought I'd let you know about that. You do only get 3 hypes per week though, and the week starts on a Monday. So just FYI, because I know you all watch other readers too. You get 3 opportunities to hype per week. It is helping, so thank you. All right, I'm going to pull from this little teeny deck. It's called Fated, F-A-T-E-D. Let's just get an energetic read first. Oh, someone else just got this card too. Allow, I think it was Sagittarius. Allow divine timing. Okay, allow divine timing. And it says, events will unfold in the perfect way at the perfect time for your highest good. If something is meant to be, it will be. Trying to alter the natural unfolding of time will only disrupt its flow. So you are definitely getting that message that says, don't rage against the machine. Everything's unfolding as it's meant to. If it's meant to. I think it was Sagittarius that got that. I'm almost positive. Anyway, so something's unfolding in divine time here, Taurus. Let's see what it is. I'm going to pull my Twin Flame Soulmate spread, one of them. I've got a couple different ones. This one sort of focuses on your respective energies and your blocks. So I'll walk you through it. Please remember it's general, so it may not resonate for everyone. Take what speaks to you, leave the rest, and know that the energies can come through reversed. So, especially if you're here as a cross watcher. So I'm going to pull for your energy here. All right, coming in with the 4 of Cups. So, especially with divine time, you may be feeling very disappointed or disillusioned, feeling a little emotional disconnection. What's the block here? Oh, Taurus. Okay, or whoever you are watching, because you could be the cross watcher. Your block is it's taking too damn long. That's why you're getting the Allow Divine Time card. That could not have unfolded any more perfectly. Okay? So the Seven of Pentacles as a block means there's a lack of patience, right? Things are not unfolding fast enough for you, and it's got you, yeah, I can understand that, you know, feeling very dejected, rejected even, and certainly maybe with some emotional longing for something to happen here. So your person is coming in with the Seven of Swords. This is interesting because it could be that they're avoiding dealing with you. There could be something that they don't want to deal with head on. Let's see what the block is for Pentacles. Right. So at this moment, we've got this person guarded. And so when you're guarded and that guardedness becomes a block, you will all but chew your own damn foot off to avoid being grabbed and forced to sit and endure something you don't want to deal with. So no wonder you've got the Seven of Pentacles is waiting. Bueller, right? Nothing's happening. And it leads one to feel very emotionally rejected. The relationship, the connection card here is the Nine of Pentacles. That is a nod to your independence, your autonomy, almost like you're both two very distinct individuals that are possibly, how do I want to pose this? Possibly not yet fully invested in, like you're coming through detached, right? This is a card for the single person in the tarot. So if we have you as a single person and your person as a single person, that's how it's coming through. It's like you haven't quite yet linked up, or something has happened to sort of pull you back into your respective autonomous selves, not really it's not that there's not a relationship here, it's just that there's some kind of energy between you keeping you from like becoming more entwined, if that makes sense. So let's see what the divine message is. Six of Cups. Well, that kind of ups the ante, because the Six of Cups talks about like past life loves and energies where you have possibly known each other very, very long. And so there's history and there's comfort in that. That there's love there that's built on something that feels safe. But right now I'm seeing this person blocked off and in some form of avoidance that they may be even lying to themselves about. Okay? And you here with this, like what, you know, when is something going to happen? And the longer it goes on, the more disillusioned you become. And then in the relationship card, I'm seeing you both as two separate individuals, as singles that are not yet in the depth of a connection. And Spirit's saying, oh, there's more to it. There's more to it. The opportunity here is the Ace of Swords, right? So with the Ace of Swords is the opportunity. There's something that is available to be seen and received as like, oh, how could I not see that, right? Aces, the gifts from Spirit that we kind of have to receive. We have to be willing to receive it. And here it's that gift of truth, of insight, of awareness, maybe information. So there's something that if you both saw it more clearly, it might help bridge the gap, because I am feeling a distinct gap. Okay, so let's see what we've got For your Four of Cups, Sun, Page of Swords, right? Like what's happening? Queen of Cups. So you're definitely feeling maybe a little emotionally vulnerable at this time. Your happiness is compromised. There's something that you're trying to sort out, figure out, investigate even with regard to this person, which is perfect that we have the Ace of Swords as the opportunity. And that distance between you on an emotional level is leaving you feeling more and more vulnerable, right? The Sun talks about feeling safe and protected in our vulnerability, but the flip of that is that we don't. And the same thing with the Queen of Cups from the bottom of the deck. She's kind of coming through in your unconscious awareness as just a bit on that side of, because you don't know what's happening really, something that isn't unfolding, it makes it harder for you to not feel emotionally worn out, maybe even taken for granted, because the Queen and the Four of Cups feels that way a little bit, you know, like I'm being taken for granted, and that's the disillusionment part. So yeah, it's a tough moment for whoever this is speaking to. In your block, we have the Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. So with the Two of Pentacles, there's that energy of assessing realities on the ground, not knowing what you're really dealing with and trying to sort that out. And it can be a little bit of stalling for time, but I don't think that's necessarily the message here, because we already have something that is unfolding gradually and organically. And I think with the Two of Pentacles, you're trying to make a decision, like, what am I even dealing with? And the Eight of Swords has that capacity to leave you feeling very stuck, very limited. Like your thoughts are kind of in all different directions. And from that, we sort of have self-doubt about the best way to proceed. We second guess ourselves. We don't take the action. Underneath in your unconscious awareness, I believe you want to work things out. I'm seeing that on some level, if you knew what you were really dealing with, if you had more insight into it, there's a part of you that's not ready to throw in the towel, where you would want to focus on this and make it a priority and, you know, see what needs to be fixed or sorted through. So you're still, despite the fact that you're feeling vulnerable and taken for granted, you're looking for an answer here. You're looking for an answer. If you got the answer, it would go a long way to helping you sort of get unstuck and go with the flow and put the work in to see what it would take to sort of patch things up, work things out. That message actually came through for Sagittarius as well. So being that you have the same oracle card and there's a similar message, I think I even titled that reading, Are We Going to Work Things Out or What? So if you're here as a Sag, if you have Sagittarius in your chart, or if your person does, it could be worth your while to watch that reading as well. So let's see this person with the Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands, wow, the Fool, Six of Cups. You know when sometimes all of a sudden something kind of comes over you, and on some level in your unconscious awareness, meaning it's kind of in your psyche. It's not something that you're consciously processing. It's happening behind the scenes. When you kind of feel like, oh my gosh, this is bigger than I thought it was. And energetically, your response is fight or flight. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. That's what's happening. This person, in their unconscious awareness, is feeling every bit of this Six of Cups. The comfort, the nostalgia, the warmth, the safety, feeling very much at home with you. There's emotional balance in the Six of Cups. And whether or not you've known each other a long time in this incarnation doesn't even matter. That's why it's got that past life signature to it. That this person, on some level in their bones, if you're new to them in this life, they're sensing that they've known you longer. And I think it's got them freaked out, quite frankly. Yeah, because Seven of Wands, the resistance, Seven of Swords, get me out of here. I don't want to deal with it. I'm going to avoid this like the plague. And the Fool here is really like what they're resisting is kind of taking the chance, taking the leap. So I'm seeing the Fool more as them assessing some risk here. Like they're feeling it's too risky because they're feeling something here. They don't know what it is. It is not a conscious thought. It is a feeling. It's a sense in their bones. You know, it's flowing through their veins that this is more than the ordinary connection. Okay? And I think it's got them running scared. And you're like, what the heck? What's happening? You want to know, Page of Swords, your curiosity is up, you know, maybe even trying to investigate what's happening and you're not getting anything back. They have the Four of Pentacles for their block. Right. Very mirrored energy between the two of you. The Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Ace of Wands. See what I'm saying? Over time, things could really evolve. There could be a happily ever after here, and this person is conscious of that. Underneath is that Ace of Wands. That's what's being blocked by their guardedness, by them pulling back, protecting their heart chakra, right? Pulling back and saying, whoa, 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 not so fast, because deep down, this Ace of Wands is the go signal. It's like, get cracking. This is an opportunity for a new passionate start or a renewal of passion in a connection. It's divine gift of inspiration when you see the Ace of Wands in this person. It's there. It's in them, but their conscious awareness is telling them, nope, if it's meant to be something more, I'm going to wait and see how things unfold. I'm pulling in my energy here. I'm guarding my heart because most times that's about fear, not wanting to get hurt. Got it? So despite the fact that their block is they're coming in guarded, look at what is available, all this love and passion as things unfold. I want to tell this person energetically, you can't get to here from here. That's the problem. It's just a disconnect. That's why you're sitting in Four of Cups. You're feeling that disconnect. It's making you feel vulnerable, like what's going on? I don't want to put my heart on the chopping block. I got to figure out what's happening here. Why are things moving so slowly? That's throwing you off. This feels like a newer connection to me. You may know each other a long time in this incarnation, but I think that's the exception. not the rule. For the rest of you, it feels newer, or like it is truly a past life soulmate kind of a thing that's being realized by this person energetically in this moment, but it's kind of coming from the inside. It's not something they're consciously aware of yet. And so they're unconsciously tripwire, there's a tripwire here that they sense something and they pull back and they run. So I got a little bit of a runner here. Nine of Pentacles for the relationship. Tower, Seven of Cups, King of Wands. Something here has either happened or is happening at this very moment. It's bringing in a lot of instability, a bit of shock and awe, maybe a lot of confusion, mixed messages. So I do feel you've both pulled back from one another. That's why the relationship, the main card, is coming through, as you are two distinctly single people right now. So something may have happened. The Tower can be awakening as well, that there's something that's you're being awakened to, or maybe even this King of Wands. This person could be a King of Wands who's just sort of reversed his energy and therefore isn't acting on this ace, isn't taking that opportunity to claim what it is they feel, what it is they want, what it is they desire, because there's a lot of confusion. So that's what I was having trouble describing for the Nine of Pentacles, is you're in the connection, you're coming through as if you haven't yet really acknowledged the connection as something more romantic, more than romantic, more spiritual even. All right, so there's a King of Wands under here though, and that King of Wands is sort of running the show from behind the scenes, from unconscious awareness, and I feel it's coming from this person, because here's where their unconscious is. Six of Cups, Ace of Wands. King of Wands would not hesitate on that. So I'm feeling like there's a lot of energy that this person is expending to avoid facing reality. Seeing it for what it is. So divine message is the Six of Cups. Coming at you, Three of Wands. Strength card, overcoming the obstacles. Knight of Pentacles, slowly. And you know my favorite thing to say, knights make offers and they take action. This is the slowest knight in the deck. So again, we're referencing back to divine time. But the good news about the Knight of Pentacles is once they arrive, they're kind of there to stay. This energy is very deliberate. It's very intentional. It takes the beginning with the end in mind theory or approach, and then reverse engineers back to like, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to think about this, I have to cross this off my list, right? To kind of plan the trip, if you know what I mean. So by the time a Knight of Pentacles comes to you with that ace there in his hands to make you that offer, it's legit. They've thought of it every way to Sunday. Okay, so I like that. I like that. The divine message is what's coming toward you is the opportunity for the two of you, this past life soulmates, I'm going to say that, to help each other overcome the obstacles. And again, it will be gradual. It will have to move at this person's pace. And that's another thing to consider here, is things aren't moving fast for a reason. And you're going to have to take it on faith that in this case, the universe has your back, that things are unfolding in divine time, so that by the time this person arrives, right, you're fully out of any lower vibration. You're not sitting in that Four of Cups. You're not feeling as vulnerable. You're a little more certain of yourself, what you bring to the connection, that you're willing to work on it, but you kind of turn it all over and say, well, if it's meant to be, it will be. This person will come toward me because I'm opening my energetic window and saying, come on in. I'm not being demanding or rejecting. I'm not even feeling rejected, because you don't want to put that out to the universe, because it's going to match your energy and give you more of that. See what I'm saying? I feel like you are buying some time here. I don't think you're stalling for it. I think you're buying some time, even in this block situation, so that by the time this person gets to you, you're a match. It's a match. Because right now something's off. Something is either not on solid ground yet with this tower here, or there's a disruptive energy between you somehow that's causing some confusion and emotional overwhelm, or there's something that might not be sustainable right now for the connection, so you both are kind of in this separate energy. So let's see what the Ace of Swords has as the opportunity. Nine of Cups, Lovers, King of Pentacles. Do you see the progression here for this person? Like this is Taurus, by the way. So if you're here as the cross watcher and you're identifying with the top part and you're seeing the Taurian person as here, spot on. Although it can go either way, I'm just noting that the King of Pentacles is Taurus energy associated with the sign of Taurus. And the King of Pentacles is that person you can count on, that isn't going to run and hide, isn't going to kind of flake out or build a wall a mile high, or, hold back their love and passion, or, this King of Pentacles is super dependable and reliable and shows up for you and has your back, and is that archetype of a life partner, a masculine archetype of a life partner. So like I said, by the time the Knight of Pentacles gets to you, they're there to stay. So I kind of like this person that you're dealing with, the opportunity, because I think you are aware of what this is. That this is a special sacred connection, that this might be past life soulmate energy between you that you want to work through and that you would fully embrace, but this person has pulled way back, okay? Or is running completely, maybe in denial. Seven of Swords can be denial, and the Seven of Wands is the resistance. Deny, resist. It's too risky, but what's too risky? Deep inside, they know who you are to them, who you are to each other. It feels good to be near you, to be with you, to communicate, and it's kind of freaking them out. This Ace of Swords, like I said, is that sort of, oh, how could I not see that? It can be like an epiphany. And I'm feeling like once it's seen and received, sorry, it brings in a whole lot of wish fulfillment, beautiful, balanced energy. The Lover's card is that card of choice, choosing each other of your own free will and volition. It's a beautiful spiritual card, bringing the soulmates together. I kind of also associate it with past life soulmates and twin flame dynamics. So it's almost the confirmation of what we've seen from Spirit's message with the Six of Cups and the two of you overcoming the obstacles, and the opportunity is coming toward you, Three of Wands. And then underneath is that Knight of Pentacles. This person's going to get it. They're going to get it. They're going to get there. It's just going to happen on another time frame, not yours. But by the time they get there, like I said, they'll be there to stay, and it could turn out to be an extremely powerful connection. I'm not even seeing this as a rough patch. I am seeing this as either a newer connection, or the connection is shifting energetically to something a lot more profound and deep, and this person is like deflecting, like, putting on their magical shield, and that comes from fear. I'm not seeing lots of fear energy here, but I am sensing it. I'll look at that in the extended for sure. Okay, so all in all, I know it was a rocky start in this reading, but I feel like there could be an awakening happening here as well that's bringing up a lot of confused emotions for this person. Yeah, but that could shift as soon as the blinders come off, you see it as it really is, you're already there. You get to step out of the Eight of Swords prison and start to kind of focus on what do we need to do to make this more solid. So, we have that stronger foundation. And to resolve any worries, fears, concerns about things falling apart. Because that may be part of what's happening for this person is, yeah, I'm getting that 10cc song, I'm Not in Love. You know that one? Google it if you don't. It's back from the 70s, I want to say. Early 80s, 70s. Powerful. If you listen to that, that's what I'm picking up from this person. I'm not in love. Nope, not me. Nope. I got your picture on the wall. Doesn't mean anything. Nope. That's what's coming through. Okay? So before I give you the astrology for what showed up here, I am going to go to the extended, and I'm looking at it from this person's point of view. So we're going to get it all, we're going to go in their head and get it from their point of view, how they are perceiving things, feelings, intentions, what do they get from you that keeps them just that much hooked. Physical levels of fulfillment, or if you're in separation from this person, chemistry, intimacy, like how, what's their level of fulfillment with that, and where they see this headed. So, yeah, the links are below for that. Link number 1 is for the Taurus monthly extended. It's a membership. It renews every month. You get 4 collections for that. You get the Taurus extendeds and every Taurus reading that I've ever uploaded, every extended. So you can even go back in time. You get the new moon, which I'm only doing for members now. I don't do that on the channel anymore, and the full moon collection. So you'll get those readings. No one else gets them, and the monthly energy updates, okay? So all that for about $1.12 more than you'll pay for just the one-time extended, which is option number 2. That's still available to you if you prefer, okay? That's what I wanted to say. If you've enjoyed my reading so far and feel called to do so, please do subscribe. That's my request. The subscribers is what makes a channel, okay? So I ask for you to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, let's get into the astrology. The sun is the sun, but it rules the sign of Leo, Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy. For this person, we have the Fool, which is the planet Uranus, and it rules Aquarius. We have the Nine of Pentacles is some Virgo energy here. Tower is Mars. Mars rules Aries, but it used to rule Scorpio, and Mars literally just moved in the sign of Scorpio. So this feels very relevant to the present moment. The King of Wands is more Leo. We have the Strength card is even more Leo. So if there are strong Leo placements, if you're dealing with a Leo, if you've got Leo in your chart, if there's a lot of Leo placements in either of your charts, Leo is coming through very strongly here. And remember, I also said I felt a pull to the Sagittarian reading. And then the Knight of Pentacles is more Virgo. The Lover's card is Gemini, and here is our Taurus reference to the King of Pentacles. And of course, allow divine timing. Don't forget that, okay? So thanks for joining me. I'm headed to the extended. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.